Well, good evening. Good evening. Happy Tuesday to all of y'all watching. Welcome to another edition of the Leadership Edge podcast. I'm your host, Dr. P. Ronald Wilder. I am so glad that you have tuned in today. I know that you may have had a busy day, and man, I also realize that one thing that this social media space has given us is options. It's like a smorgasbord of all kind of things you could be doing. It's kind of like cable TV. Remember when cable first came out, all the channels, and you might have a cable TV with 300 channels, and you sitting there trying to figure out, how am I going to watch 300 channels? And you pay for 300, but you only probably watch 5 or 6 of them, Social media is kind of the same way. It's just so much stuff out here. And you got just a smorgasbord, hundreds and thousands of just various things of websites and podcasts and this, that, and the other, lives and all of that. And so I thank you that you stopped by BGTV Studios and you're watching the Leadership Edge. I appreciate that. Our goal is to help you be a better leader, a more effective leader. Now, do me a favor before we get into our talk tonight. Hit that share button, hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube and comment for us, please. Let us know if there are things that you hear that you like, and also let us know where you're watching from. Just if you're Ted from Talladega, say Ted from Talladega. If you Chris from Charleston, say I'm Chris from Charleston. Wherever you're from, we like to know where our reach is reaching and where people are watching us from. And then comment, as I said, so that we can know that we're being effective in reaching you. All right. Well, let's get talking leadership. Let's do what we like to do and what we are trained to do and what we are gifted to do and what we are called to do. Talk leadership. Now, last week we started talking about the dream team. So this is dream team part 2, dream team. How to build a dream team, a leadership dream team. First point we gave you last week was you gotta start with the mission before people. We dealt with that. Too many times leaders start with people and then get a mission. And what you find out is that the people are not aligned with that. No, you start the mission first, and then you choose people who are aligned with that mission, okay? The second thing, now we're into choosing people. Every one of us is leaders, me included. Every one of us want to have on our team the most talented and gifted people that we can. Let me take you back to the neighborhood. I remember when I was a kid growing up, and this still happens at any gym. You go to any gym around Birmingham, where guys play basketball and stuff at. I've been around gyms my whole life. I used to play basketball. I don't play much no more. Too old and knees, okay? But when I was playing, whether anywhere, when I travel and whatever, but I'm gonna talk about when I grew up in South Carolina. We'd be playing basketball. You might go to the gym. Out to the court, and you might have 20 guys out there. Or 25, where came a 5, 10 play at a time, okay? So you pick the team, and somebody would say, I got the rise. That was in, I don't know what they call it in different places. In Carolina, we said, I got the rise. That means I'm next, okay? So let's say it's my rise. So I'm sitting there watching the teams play. Now, some gyms have different rules. They have rules that if there are a whole bunch of players, you can't pick from the team that just played a losing team. You got to pick 5 new ones that's not playing. We wasn't like that. You can pick whatever 5 you want to, okay? So it's my up. Game over. What am I going to do? I'm going to pick. I'm one. And God would say, hey, man, get me. But I'm going to pick the 4 best guys available on my team. Why? Because I want to win. Okay. So if one of them guys just lost, I'm going to get him, hey, do you want to run back? Okay. Or if I had to pick from what's over here, give me the 4 best over there. Okay. That's what we do. You want the best. Because the best talent gives you what? The best chance to win. Now, sometimes you find out, you pick somebody who's real good, but they're a ball hog. They want the ball, they don't want to play defense, they don't want to hustle. So although they got talent, guess what? They ain't good for your team. And y'all lose because he's shooting all the balls, good player, makes a few, but he hurts the team. Because he's trying to do too much, and you got wide open guys, he's not passing them the ball. So talent all the time is not the total answer. Okay? Well, the same in leadership. As a pastor and leader, I want the very best talent I can assemble. If I'm putting together a dream team, I want the best talent I can get. And we all are subject to this mistake. Because we want talent so bad, we sometimes overlook key things. Okay? We want gifting so bad, sometimes we need it, that we'll overlook what I call character flaws. At some point in the ball game, most of us, including myself, have done it before. We pick talent over character. And you know what happens when you do that? It'll work for a minute. But at some point in the ball game, you're going to get burnt by it. So, when you are dealing with people and you're choosing your dream team, choose character over ability. Choose character over talent. Choose character over skill. Choose character over gifting. Okay? Sometimes we're in a desperate situation. Somebody come by, they shining like new money, great talent. You need it. You think, man, this person can help take me to the next level. And you overlook, or you don't vet good. I remember one time, I'll give you a perfect example. Years ago, this was in the early part of my ministry. This was 40 years ago, maybe longer. This probably was 82, 83, somewhere in that neighborhood. I was young in ministry. I had just birthed my first church in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I was building my team. And the church was coming along pretty good. And I had a couple of good key elements in my team and on my team. I had a guy on my team. Okay? I don't even know where he's at now. I haven't seen him in forever and a day. His name was Andre. Hadn't seen, don't know. Good dude, talented dude. Had no problems with Andre. Andre met this young lady and fell in love with her. And brought her into the church and into the team. She brought talent with her. So I'm thinking, man, I'm doing good. You know, we got this here. We're doing good. You know, and so as a leader, you have to vet things, especially when you bring people from the outside. You got to vet. You got to know what you're dealing with. Again, I'm young. This is my first pastor. I'm just desperate to have good people on my team. Didn't vet this young lady because my main guy is in love with her. I'm figuring she all right. Somehow I bump into a minister. I knew him. And we get to talking. And somehow in our conversation, I don't know how it comes up. I have no idea to this day. Don't even remember. But This young lady, I won't call her name. Her name comes up, and I mentions that she's in my church dating one of my guys. And this pastor tells me, he says, you need to get rid of her now. I said, what? He said, why? He said she's going to tear your team up. She's a destroyer. She came through my church. This is what the guy telling me. She came through my church. She came to a church before mine. Everywhere she goes, she leave a trail of broken relationships and blood behind. Right? And so you need to tell your boy to let her go. You need to get out because she going to burn you out. This is exact words. She going to burn you. She going to tear up your team and try to split your chapter church. I totally rejected what he said. Again, I'm young. I'm in my early 20s. I'm thinking I'm invincible. He jealous because she at my church. And I feel like whatever she did over yonder, she ain't going to do to me because I'm super pastor. I'm super, Well, it wasn't long. When I say wasn't long, I mean less than 6 months. She had turned Andre against me. Somebody that I had that lived in my house with, somebody I took care of, turned him against me. And then turned others against me. It was the first church split I ever had. My whole team was disintegrated. She took up half my team. Okay? Now, why was that? Because I looked at talent and not character. And when reference came to me about character, I rejected it. Okay? Somebody came to me and said, hey, here's a character issue. Look at this. Look what this person has done historically. There's a trail of 4 or 5 churches that she has been in and left the same trail of smoke and blood and broken relationships. And for some reason, I'm thinking, she can't do it to me. Well, she did. Because you have to choose character over talent. I learned a valuable lesson there. Valuable lesson that I've held on to this day. So, don't be so desperate for talent that you overlook character. And I'm not saying we shouldn't. We want both. We want character and we want talent. Or we want talent and we want character. But don't be swooped in by the quest for talent that you totally miss character. Right now, as we speak in the NBA, for us to watch sports, there's a young man from my home state of South Carolina. He plays on the Memphis Grizzlies. He is Ja Morant. 3-4 years ago, Ja Morant was billed as the next face of the NBA. He was a high flyer like Michael Jordan. He had suave and game, and the sky was the limit. He was the one to be the new face of the NBA. Just signed a couple of $100 million contract. The world was at his feet. Hundreds of millions of dollars in front of him to be made from the NBA, from endorsements and everything. But you know what? And I liked Ja. But Ja has some character issues, which I don't want to dive deep into all of that. But he has some character issues. Been suspended several times, fooling around with guns. Just craziness. Has jeopardized generational wealth. Here we are. That's where he was 4 years ago. Here we are 4 years later, 2026. The Grizzlies tried to trade him, almost tried to give him away. And guess what? And he's still, although he's still one of the most talented guys in the NBA, he hasn't lost no talent, but his character. But guess what? They couldn't give him away. Nobody would take him. You hear me? They couldn't give him away. They were offering offering to pay teams to take him. And nobody wanted him. Okay. Windhorst, who's the voice of the NBA in terms of inside scoop, came out and said that he has negative trade value. That means that if you're going to trade him, you can't get equal value for him. You got to trade him and then pay somebody to take him. Is he that bad? Talent-wise, he's still probably, talent-wise, one of the top 4 or 5 in the NBA talent. But character. Okay? So if you're going to be investing hundreds of millions of dollars in somebody, you got to know the character straight. Same on your dream team. You got to know characters were there. Okay, you got to know. So choose character. Why? And it doesn't mean that skill don't matter, because skill does matter. You got to have good team play. You got to have good players. Okay. You know, I heard it like this here. When it came to sports. It says, you can lose with good players. You might have good players and you may lose. You can lose with good players, but I promise you this, you sure can't win without them. Okay? You hear me? You can win, you can lose with good players, but you cannot win without them. So skill matters. I'm not degrading talent, and I'm not degrading skill. You need that. It matters. But character is what keeps the team healthy. Okay? Character keeps the team together, and character keeps the team healthy. So what am I looking for? When I talk about character, what am I looking for? I'm looking for people of integrity. I'm looking for integrity. What is integrity? Integrity comes from the word integral, which means the whole. Okay? It means whole. It means you do everything right. Integrity means that there's not a great gap between what you say and what you do. I say one thing, but I do another. That's not integrity, because there's a gap. I'm saying this, but I'm doing that. Integrity is I say this and I do that. There is no gap between what I say and what I do. Integrity is I'm doing the right thing when ain't nobody watching. Okay? That's what integrity is. So you want people who are the same when the cameras are on and when the cameras are off. They're the same in the dark as they are in the light. That's integrity. That's the birthplace of character. Huh? I'm doing the right thing. I'm a person of integrity. Okay? You want someone that's humble. They can be led. They can lead, but at the same time, they can be led. Okay? You don't want somebody who wants to lead, but they themselves can't be led. They want to lead, but they can't follow. No, you got to be able to follow. You want consistency, not only in their service and performance, but in their attitude, in their worldview. Leadership demands consistency. It means you steady. You're not moody. You can't be a leader and be moody. Okay? You had mood swings. You one moment you here, and 30 seconds later you over yonder somewhere. Mood swings. Team don't know even how to deal with you. No. It's not a good fit. That's not character. You can't be moody. You got to be consistent and steady. And here is one that's a non-negotiable. When looking for character and traits for leaders to be a part of the team, they have to be teachable. That means that they're still growing, they're still learning. You cannot have somebody on your dream team that's not teachable. Because if they're not teachable, they're telling you, I know what you know, I don't need to know nothing else. Nope, you got to be teachable. Okay? You have to be teachable. You have to be able to be taught, adjusted, adapted. Are you listening? So, got to have a teachable heart. Got to have a teachable spirit. They never make you feel that I know what you know and I'm on your level. No. Got to be teachable. The moment that they're no longer teachable is the moment they're no longer good for the dream team. Now it becomes a character issue. So, you want character. Choose character before skill. We're not diminishing skill. We're not ignoring skill. We're just saying, along with skill, I got to have character. And if I had to have one, so what do you do, Apostle? What do you do, Dr. Wilder, if you don't have both? What choice would you make? Let's say you had a skillful person and a character person, and you got a job need to be done. It's an important job. What would you choose? I would take the character. Here's why. If a person don't have skills, I can teach skills, you can train skills, but you can't coach lack of character. Okay? I could train you how to do the job. I can give you the skills to be better skill-wise. But if you don't have character, I can't coach that. I can't train that. I can't teach character. Character is something either you have it or you don't. So if I had to have the choice of a team member on my dream team, I'll take character any day. Okay. Listen, we have to pick this up. Time is gone, and I still want to teach. Okay, but my time is up. But listen, we'll continue this in our next podcast. Man, here we are, the 24th of February. Isn't time moving? It seemed like just yesterday we was in New Year, at the New Year. Here we are almost in March, spring, right around the corner. All right, so hey, let's get ready. Listen, don't forget to visit my website, www.pronaldwilder.com. There you'll find, on my personal website, you'll find my book, The ABCs of Leadership, number 1. Number 2, there's a link on that. There's a link on that website. You'll see it says The Leadership Edge. If you hit that, you'll have all the Leadership Edge podcasts I've done. You can go back and listen to all of them right there. Boom. I started, matter of fact, in February, I celebrated 2 years. I've done like 2 years. That's 100 and something podcasts. They're all there. You can just take your time, binge it out, listen to those podcasts. You'll learn a lot of leadership stuff. But also, if you want some of my further leadership stuff, go to my website, the shop page on my website, and you'll find on the shop page all my leadership teachings. You can download them to your device for a price, but you'll be blessed. But the best buy on my website shop page is the bundle package, what I'm holding in my hand. It's a jump drive, a thumb drive. You take this thumb drive, stick it in your device. and you can listen to me, and it is 1/3 the cost of what if you were to download all those individually, it's about 1/3 the cost to get the bundle pack. So the best buy on the website is the bundle package. Get that. God bless you. Now listen, I want to remind you to be a supporter of BGTV Studios, okay? A giving link gonna pop on the screen for you. It's called Support BGTV Studios, and you go to bgtvstudios.com/give. Once on that page, you'll see the platforms you can give on. I believe it's the website, it's PayPal. It's Venmo, it's Cash App. But go to that website and it'll give you all the instructions. This is good ground. It's a good place to sow seed. Make a commitment to sow a good one-time seed or become a monthly giver. You'll be blessed, and God will bless you for it. And BGTV Studios will appreciate your giving. Listen, my time is up. This is your host, Dr. P. Ronald Wilder, reminding you that leadership matters and leaders lead. God bless you. I'll see you on next Tuesday.